That's right, friends. Welcome back to Comics Exchange, your friendly neighborhood podcast. I'm Mike D. To my left, we have the autumnal Ryan Shipley.
Nice. I don't know what that means.
So you're seasonal.
Oh, autumnal. Like fall.
Yes.
The cornucopia.
Okay.
Falling Ryan Shipley.
Sorry, I was sitting here and I was spacing out for a second. And then I was like...
I saw your eyes glazed over for a little
I felt
bit.
like Sam on Quantum Leap, where I suddenly jumped into the body of a podcast host. If they ever... I can't believe that didn't become a part of the new season of Quantum Leap.
I mean, it'd be perfect for a podcast host, yeah.
He jumps into the body of Alex Jones.
To my right, we have the owner of Knoxville's longest-running comic shop, which you can find at 3611 Chapman Highway. He is the comics commander. He is Mr. Bill Langford.
Glad to be back with you guys.
3611.
3611.
Comics Commander is definitely catching on. Because
Really?
our friend Bobby
Yeah.
Chamberlain always refers to you as the Comics Commander.
Nice.
It feels weird because I feel like, people should maybe salute me. But
Hell Langford.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. No,
Yeah.
I'll take commander. It's an honor to be. I didn't even realize there was an opening for a commander.
Yeah.
But I'm honored to be the comics commander.
Yeah.
and it's a privilege.
I'm going to
And
trademark that.
if I can't uphold my duties, then
Yeah.
maybe our guest here to my right can.
Oh, it could be the new Comics
he could
Commander?
be the new comics commander.
Wait, where did
wait.
you come from?
Yeah, and wait a minute. There should be succession.
Y'all weren't looking. He was
if
under
we're
the
going
table.
with succession, I should be next in line for the Comics Commander.
Wait a minute. We're gonna have to figure something out here. But
Not Johnny Come Lately over
I'm
here.
sorry. You have to treat guests.
Hey, that's Johnny come 3 times.
Yeah. Oh,
is that allowed?
this is
Wait a
Comics
minute.
Exchange After Dark.
And that sultry voice you hear comes from a third-time guest here at the Comics Exchange podcast. He is one Mr. Carson Hunt.
Hey,
welcome back,
welcome.
Carson.
thank you.
It's
Thank you
been
for
a
having
minute.
me. Yeah, it has been a minute.
Yeah.
Good to be here.
And thank you so much because I realized about 7 o'clock tonight that when we spoke on text, I wrote, "Hey, are you free next Tuesday?" And you wrote yes, and I didn't follow up.
Oh.
So thank you for
Yeah, man, that's all
just
right,
jumping
yeah.
in the car and coming over.
I sure did. Yeah, I wouldn't miss it. Wouldn't miss it. This is a lot of fun. I always enjoy coming here and doing
I guess this is why you get to be the next comic commander because unlike me, you come here at the drop of a hat.
Loyalty and dependability. That's,
Yep.
see
So
there?
yes, at like you said, the drop of a hat, we needed a guest.
Yep.
And apparently, we my social guy had set up a commitment that didn't follow through, but it all worked out.
Yeah.
And this is why you can't be the commander.
Fair.
But no, in all fairness, it's good to have you back, Carson.
Yeah, for
Thank
sure.
you. Thank
And
you.
I would like to say, as a third-time guest,
Yes.
we've had a lot of people ask about how do we decide on what gifts to give our repeat guests.
Yeah, because like just SNL, they wait till 5 times your guest hosting to give
And
you.
you're always getting a jacket.
You're getting a jacket. You know what's coming.
You know what's coming, and
Yeah.
so we're going to mix it up a little bit. People have asked for some variety.
Oh.
And so
Okay, all right.
we have...
I think you're our 4th 3-time guest.
Wait a minute, you're doing math here.
Whoa.
Is that
Jamie?
12? Uh-huh.
Paulie Wood,
Okay.
and Fred Durst.
Okay, yeah. so as far as hitting 3 times...
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he did it all for the Nookie.
He did.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's allegedly.
That's what I hear.
Professor Nookie.
So we have concocted what we're going to call, I guess, the box of gifts until we come up with a cooler name.
Box
Box
of
of gifts.
And so this is in no way leftover or rejected prizes from previous free comic book days
In no
or
way.
previous
In
contests.
no way.
In
No
no
way.
way is this unclaimed DVDs
Nope.
from previous giveaways.
Yep.
This is stuff that we put a lot of thought into.
Yep.
And we want you to have the option to pick as a third-time guest.
Okay.
Whoa.
Oh.
Yeah, we're not trying to bribe other
Okay.
people to come on the show for the
Stop looking at those fancy.
Yeah.
The funk goes up.
No,
there.
yeah, we
None of
no,
that stuff
that's
is on
not
the
that.
menu.
Yeah. Yeah. You know how they do that value menu? That's the menu you're looking at.
So how does this work? Do I stick my hand in the box and see what happens?
So
or
no,
Don't do that. Have you never
I've been
seen
tricked
Dune?
by that before, buddy.
There's a lot of choice here. We're
Whoa,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
We're going to allow you to go ahead and choose. Now we want you to
All right.
make sure this isn't. We're not on YouTube yet, so
Yeah.
we don't have cameras.
Yes.
So make sure you tell everybody what your options are for your 3.
Describe
All right,
it in
all right.
perfect
I
detail.
am
All right.
looking in this cardboard box right here.
No,
and
it's called the box of.
excuse me.
Box of prizes.
The box of
gifts.
dreams.
the box
Box of dreams.
The
Box
box
of
of dreams.
dreams.
And the first out of the box of dreams is DMC, as in Run DMC. It's a pop figure with a beautiful DMC who is sporting his traditional gold chain. He's got the big glasses and everything.
Yep.
And, of course, the Adidas.
Hell yeah.
That's exactly
Very
the point.
nice.
Very pretty.
Also in this is a large
Whoa.
Darth Vader collector's series.
1996, brother.
You know, I've got the original one.
Whoa.
That this goes. So this one is based off of the ones that came out in was it 77?
77. When the
The
12
Cobra
inch.
Commander is notoriously cheap. That is not that one.
This is pretty nice, man. I'm digging that. And of
Yeah.
course, the last one is Ric Flair,
Ric
baby.
Flair?
A tiny Ric
There's
Flair.
a tiny Ric Flair who has his mouth agape, who is ready for a big old woo,
Yeah.
woo. Yep.
So-
Guys, this is a tough decision, and
It's a hard
Yeah.
choice.
it is a hard choice.
And we've spared no expense in,
Yeah,
in providing
clearly.
these gifts.
Oh, yeah, no.
These are definitely not left over from anything, for sure.
No, for sure not. These are definitely not gifts that we try to give away to kids or free comic day.
Yeah,
That says,
yeah.
No.
You know what, guys? I think that I would be, I would have to turn in my Star Wars fan card.
Yeah, yeah,
If
yeah.
I didn't pick this lovely Darth Vader.
I get it. I get it. Yeah.
It's mint in box.
Mint in box.
Nice.
That's right.
Large Vader.
And it was meant to be mine.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
This is why he is the comics commander in waiting.
Yes.
You know, he's witty. You know, he's quick. You know, he's fast.
I'm the old. Am I the old model here?
But no, we appreciate
Thank you, guys.
coming
I
back
appreciate
for
it.
this
That's good.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're glad
Yeah.
you're going to give Darth a good home.
You know what? He's not going. Honestly, he's not going to be mint in box much longer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
no.
I'm the guy that takes my toys out,
Yeah.
and
that's
I
right.
put them on the
That's what's
shelf,
up.
and I play with them
Nice.
like a real grown up.
I was thinking we got a few more guests that are right on the cusp of the 3-time. I think next episode we're actually gonna have another 3-timer.
That's right. You want to go ahead and
Yeah. So we planned this. I don't know what date we're recording this. It'll be my birthday celebration episode, which may be after my birthday.
that's right.
But we're going to have Professor McKay Milton on to tell us the history of the Amazing Spider-Man.
Oh, that's going to be nice.
Now,
Yeah.
do you think there's going to be something that he's going to tell us that you don't already know?
He could. He knows a lot, but obviously I am the #1 Spider-Man fan in the world.
Well, so what I'm going to do is I have planned what I like to call pros versus Joes.
Okay.
And so I have 3 Spider-Man questions prepared for each
Oh, God.
for you
Yeah.
and
Oh.
versus McKay.
Okay.
And
contest.
we're going to have a little test.
Okay.
The world's biggest Spider-Man fan
Yeah.
versus Professor McKay.
Okay. And
I
I'm
like
only
that.
obviously the world's biggest Spider-Man fan because, maybe I don't have as many Spider-Man comics in my collection as some people do.
Yeah.
But your boy is in one of the books.
Yes, it's
true.
So that's
It's
true.
true.
Yeah,
And Mr. Brad Mochin, who, by the way, Moonblade is on our shelves.
it is.
It's actually on our shelves.
I'm down to 4 copies. So if Brad hears this, I need to restock on
Yeah.
Moonblades, Brad.
Yeah,
But,
he came by Saturday,
Yeah.
and he came over and saw me and made sure that I signed it and did another Spider-Man remark.
the remarks have been very popular.
I've been doing Black Suit Society because it's easier.
That makes
My
sense.
man goes for the easy road.
Yeah.
But no, you're a published star, and so we look forward to maybe having you at Free Comic Book Day this year.
That's right.
You know,
Yes,
we'll
I'll
see.
do it, yeah.
We'll
Set
see.
you up a booth.
But that's really cool that we got the Moonblades in. And I believe Rick's next Kickstarter is going.
Hey, I'm a 72-time guest. Can I get that Ric Flair? Let me get that.
Give him it.
I think we could. We have the 4 horsemen here. I think we do. I think it's
Give him
no,
it.
I'm
He
kidding. I'm
is
kidding.
a hard worker.
Well, hang on. I will say, out of the 4 of us here, I probably would put Mike as the Ric Flair, right?
I think he would be. Okay, so he's
I'd say
definitely.
you're Arn Anderson.
No, you're Arn
You
Anderson.
think I'm the enforcer?
You're the enforcer.
Okay.
I mean, look at me. I'm not the enforcer.
But no, back to that real quick. Can't segue back. It's called Oz, Nightmare, and Emerald. Is now up Resolute Bliss Publishing. Just type Resolute Bliss Publishing Kickstarter into Google,
Yes.
and you should pop it up. But yeah, I think this is their 3rd Kickstarter they've done. They've been successful up to now. We want to see that streak continue.
I want to thank Brad for bringing me 2 metal foil covers. I think,
Whoa.
for-
Oh,
yeah,
wow, nice.
both signed. I guess maybe we had backed the Kickstarter. I'd forgotten.
You did it.
And
Is the Comic Commander
Am I slipping?
I guess so.
This is why I need
Are
an
we going to
understudy.
swear him in by the end of the
Wait
episode?
a minute now. Are you going to try an article to me or something?
Yes.
So, no, I just want to thank Brad. He's done a great job. I flipped through the book. Like I said, the sales have been real brisk here in the store. He's done a great job, and congratulations.
And if you do Kickstart, they're really good at making sure the Kickstarters get their copies before anybody else. 'Cause
Yeah.
sometimes companies don't do that. And it's unfair to the Kickstarters if they get their stuff after it's already out.
Right. No,
Yeah.
Everybody who I talked to who received their Kickstarter stuff was really, really happy. And I guess Rick had done something previously with similar with a foil cover with his book too, I think.
Okay.
Where so you're gonna get some cool foil variants. You're gonna get like some signed books. Like if you back the Kickstarter, I think they have different tiers.
So, unfortunately, not a lot of news this week. So I don't know what we're going to talk about.
Yeah, nothing happened recently at all.
This was a big week. A lot of people were disappointed out of San Diego. Not a lot of news broke in San Diego for Comic-Con.
Right.
But usually it seems like nowadays most of the comic news does break at New York.
Yeah, a lot of it.
Way more toy news at San Diego. There wasn't a whole lot of breaking figure stuff at New York, so it seems like they're kind of maybe going in those separate directions a little. I don't know.
I heard some kind of rumor that maybe McFarlane's going to start doing the Marvel stuff. Is that
He
unsubstantiated?
has
Ooh, wow.
he has a license for Marvel, but it's for like statues.
Just still statues?
It's like a cross between a figure and a statue. They're plastic-like figures, and they're sold like in the collectibles departments at stores, but they're not posable or.
But he's not,
articulated.
like, that was the rumor because he's losing the DC license, right? For this, toys?
Yes, the DC action figures are moving over to Mattel in 2020, late 2026, early 27.
Okay. I guess the first thing we can talk about, the big news here that broke this week, it actually broke a few days before New York Comic Con, and it's very scarce on information right now. I assume more is going to come out. It's not, I think some people thought, because both of them are missing from the last crossover, but in March it's going to be Superman, Spider-Man, followed in April by Spider-Man, Superman. No creators have been announced yet, no covers, nothing. They've not shown anything yet, but they just announced, hey, these books are coming, and they're going to do facsimiles of the last two times that these two met in January and February.
Yeah, and I think one of them was a Treasury, right?
One of them's a
the first
Treasury.
time they met was.
Yeah, I think it's going to be cool to see those. He's obviously Spider-Man's my guy, so I'm excited to see what they do with those. The thing I'm really curious about is if they're going to try to do a blind bag. Because
Well, of course they're going to do a blind bag.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I bought a bag of Doritos the other day. It was
Yeah.
blind bag. I mean, everything now is
Turned out it was the
blind
Lay's
bag.
potato chips
Yeah,
instead.
not even Doritos.
so as a business owner, is it rough for you sometimes? Because I know, like this coming FOC, both the in-game blind bags and the Mark Spears Holiday Edition blind bags are going to be FOC. Is it kind of tricky when this kind of happens? Because you don't want to under order, but it seems like these things just sell out, right? No matter how many you order.
So it's correct, but at the same point, it's a game of musical chairs.
Yeah.
Because I've seen so many of different sales gimmicks. Not to use a harsh term, but kind of a sales technique. Let's say I've seen so many different sales techniques that eventually they get used so many times that at some point it's a game of musical chairs and the music stops. So like the key is like you don't want to be the guy who ends up ordering like 200 blind bags when it's the 40th blind bag they've done. It's kind of tricky because at some point the bloom comes off the rose and the gimmick kind of dies down. So you just have to kind of gauge like the sales and and also the titles. Like obviously if it's Superman, Spider-Man, blind bag sales are going to be pretty brisk.
Yeah.
Maybe not on a blind bag Treasury. I will say that if they'd blind bag one of those.
Let's get some brown paper bags and blind bag your entire new
Yeah.
comics.
Oh.
I mean, so it does kind of remind you of when you go to the conventions and people are selling the grab bags
Oh,
and you don't
yeah,
know what
yeah,
you're going to get. And it's like a $10 bag, and so there's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, it's an interesting sales technique, and right now it seems to be all the craze. Like I've seen so many books, like you said, there's 2 on final order cutoff, and I think we have like 3 or 4 other ones that we've ordered previously.
I think Turtles cutoff was last week for their blind bag
blind
for
bag.
issue 13.
Yeah.
Telling you, the blind bag store, there's something there.
Did you have any successful pulls from the KO in the store?
The only one I saw that was a rare one, the first guy pulled one, and before we knew what the ratios were, we thought he'd pulled like a 1 in 500 or something.
Yeah,
And the
yeah.
guy was freaking out. Like,
whoa.
I think he'd called his wife and was like, honey, you're not going to believe.
Quit your job. We're set.
Book those tickets to Disney.
Yeah.
And So, and then we had to get online and research it. At first, when I showed him, we weren't sure, so he didn't believe me because he wanted to keep thinking that he had,
right.
because we had looked on eBay and it was selling for like $1,200
Good
or $1,300.
Lord.
Wow.
Really?
The one we thought he had.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it turned out to be like I think it was a cover, but it needed to have.
The foil, the gold foil.
It had the foil, but it needed to have like no words on it, I think.
Oh,
or something.
okay.
There was some type of, there was
Yeah,
some
yeah,
difference.
yeah.
The only really rare one I think I saw in the store was maybe a 1 in 100.
Okay.
Like, but most of the people who bought them opened them out of the store.
Yeah.
There was one guy who I had to cut off because I think he has a gambling problem.
Okay.
Like
So you saved him.
So correct.
Yeah.
Because it was
Look
one
at
of those
that.
things where he's like, and by the third time you say, I'm only going to do one more.
Yep.
Right? Yeah, that's a sign, right? I'm only going to
yeah.
do one more, but this is the fourth time you're doing the one more.
Yeah.
How many times have you had to cut off anybody in a comic
How many
book store?
times have you cut off anybody?
Yeah.
So during the Pokemon craze,
Oh, yeah?
we did have like so we
Okay.
had to cut off a few people because some kids would come in and try and buy like with their mom's credit card.
Oh,
and I was like,
whoa.
listen, I said, unless your mom comes in, I can't let you buy all these. But no,
Listen, buddy, I'm going to have to get you a ride home.
I'm checking you into Poke Anonymous.
I will say our friend Aaron, who won the Funko Pop,
Oh yeah,
he had some really good luck. He opened one
yeah,
and pulled the 1 in 100, the Mark Spears Dark Side one.
yeah.
Nice.
And then 2 days later, he decided after I opened my 1 in 25 to try to pull another one.
Right.
He pulled the 1 in 100 again.
Oh, he got
Same
two.
one?
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, but I'm 3-0 for them. I've pulled 3 of the hard ratios to
Really?
find. So I've been lucky on them.
You've got like the like the magic touch.
I got the match. I look at them and I look.
Okay, so as the apparently new comics commander.
In waiting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in
yeah.
waiting. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking. See, this is get you a little bit more sales here. Ryan's so good at pulling these really
Yeah.
good copies of blind bags.
Yeah.
What you need to do is, hey, give you $5, right?
Yeah.
And that'll get Ryan to pull something for you.
Yeah.
Well,
Service.
There you go.
Yeah, I could lease them out to customers. That sounds terrible. But I could be like, hey, Ryan can use the special powers for you for $2.
The interesting thing is I saw a lot of them pulled over this weekend.
Yeah.
The only one I did not see was the Daniel Warren Johnson foil one.
Which one was that one?
It's just it's where Superman is giving Darkseid the
yes, like a
Super cool picture.
pile driver.
yeah, pile driver. Yeah, that's the only one I've not seen so far.
Okay,
We won't talk about the Daniel Warren Johnson news because we try to keep this light on here today.
that's true.
Yeah, we may talk about
save
that
that.
later. Other big thing, Marvel and DC both editors in chief, both Marvel and DC said they will not use AI artists.
That's good.
And good for them.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw Jim Lee made a post on Facebook, and my buddy sent me the link to it, and I texted back, hell yeah. You
Yeah.
know, because it needs to be said, and the fact that it's Jim Lee and the Marvel editor.
Yeah.
Look it up, Shipley.
Cebulski.
CB, yeah.
Yeah.
The fact that it comes on high, I think, sets a good tone for the rest of the industry. That if Marvel and DC is not going to tolerate it, then these smaller companies shouldn't even really fool with it either.
Because I think there's been a few artists that they've already stopped work with, like the guy who does the covers for Space Ghost right now.
Right.
Dynamite, I guess, did not believe the allegations.
Right.
Because DC did pull the covers that he was supposed to do for them.
Matina.
Yeah. But I think it's good that they're not going to use AI, because I think if you're in this a company that everything's based on the creativity, using AI just kind of goes against everything you're talking about. I think there are some good uses for AI, like students cheating. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, that's, but this isn't one of them.
No, there's not.
This is
In
not.
any creative endeavor, as far as I'm concerned, if we're talking about music, art, writing,
Yeah.
AI has no business involved in any of those things.
And it's scary. We had a musician I talked to yesterday that said I think his band has their music on Spotify. I think it's Spotify, and they're going to start making the artist sign something where their music and likeness and everything can be fed into their AI machine,
Oh, man.
which is
I did
kind of
s-
scary.
I did see where a company had, I think it was Creative Artist Agency, was representing the first AI actress.
Yes.
Oh,
Did
yeah.
you
I saw
see
that
that?
too.
Yeah.
And was
Yeah.
booking her gigs either in like commercials or something. You know,
It's-
after you deal with some of these difficult actors and actresses for a little bit, the AI actor may come off as being a good choice. But I'm
Yeah.
with Mike. I feel like creatively I mean, you lose the human spirit
Yeah,
of
you do.
if there's no humanity involved in the project, if it's completely AI generated and AI composed. So like you said, for other things, geometry, hard
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and do it. You know,
I like using it to convert recipes. That's very convenient.
Yeah.
But yeah, writing a song, not for me.
No, they did announce a lot of new books. So if you're listening to this, we'll try to compile like a post in a couple of weeks of just showing all the new books if you want to go ahead and get them pulled.
There's 97 X-Men books alone.
Oh, come on.
DC, their next initiative is called Next Level. They're basically books that are going to spin out of KO, but these books are supposed to be designed to be easily picked up and read by anyone.
Oh, good.
Part of the core line and continuity, but highly accessible. They're creatively taking a cue from the Absolute DC line, Ultimate Marvel, and the Transformers Energon books. The books are going to be... They announced these are the titles that they've not announced any person that's going to be on. Deathstroke the Terminator, Firestorm the Nuclear Man, Batman Shadow of the Bat, Zatanna, The Demon, and Barbara Gordon Breakout are going to be the titles. The two that they announced creative teams for, really, really good. Batwoman is going to be Greg Rucka
Oh,
and Daney, who, if you don't know who she is the one that's currently doing the Universal Monsters Invisible Man book. Yeah, and this is the one that really makes me happy. Actually, I guess there's three. Scotty Young and Jorge Corona are doing Lobo.
that's just weird.
Yeah, I did see that, and I was wondering if Scotty wasn't exclusive with Marvel, but I guess not.
I wonder if that's dropped, because he's been with Marvel for quite a while.
For quite a bit, but for a Lobo book, I'm all for it.
It's a great creative team, because like the last few books that Scotty did for Image that he didn't draw but just wrote, Middle West, Ain't No Grave, and The One Who Loves You in the Dark. This is that creative team from there. So I think a Lobo book is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
And I assume DC is going to push it to the moon, since Lobo is supposed to show up in Supergirl.
Yeah.
Yeah, bastich.
The other one, Joshua Williamson, is going to be doing Legion of Superheroes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's a
I think you
difficult-
could handle that.
It's a difficult book to pull off because
Yeah.
it's really drenched in DC history, you know, and there's time travel, and there's so many characters with the Legion.
I think Hickman could really be cool on that book.
Hickman would be interesting.
I would not understand anything happening.
But Legion fans, they're hardcore fans, and they deserve a book, I think. You know, 'cause it's been a while since you've had a really good Legion book.
Hey, there's something you mentioned in there that I think we could discuss. Also part of the news in a way. Marvel swears up and down they're ending the Ultimate Universe. What do you think? Are they? Because they were like, yeah, we're doing it. It's done and it's over. They are adamant about
For
this.
now.
Yeah. So
Yeah. They said it might come back in a few years or something, but for
As
now,
we know
they're
in
killing
comics,
it.
nothing never
one
really
thing
goes
I read
away.
is that Marvel has learned from the Krakoa age, where Jonathan Hickman had wrote this outline for what it was going to be, and Marvel wasn't ready to end it when Jonathan Hickman was ready to start moving to the next phase.
And then it sprawled.
It sprawled. So the rumors when they brought on Jonathan Hickman, when he took over for who was the guy that was doing it before? Donny Cates.
Donny Cates.
His thing was, I got this 3-year plan, and Marvel says they're honoring it. I don't see it happening, and that may just be because I want Ultimate Spider-Man to continue. I may be in denial right now, but I mean, those books are still like high sellers for you, right?
Incredible sellers. Yeah, I mean, I would imagine. I heard the rumor that Bendis might come back and take over, relaunch Ultimate Spider-Man.
I started that rumor on our last episode.
Yes, you did. I like it. I'll spread it like like the measles. And I would see. I would think Marvel's more likely to do something like that because, like Carson said, in comic books, and especially when you have something successful like the Ultimate Universe, what they have now, it's a huge sales hit for Marvel. I would imagine they'd want to revisit it sometime soon, launch new number ones. The sales would be humongous if you had
I mean, that's ultimately the selling. The selling point of those books too is to bring readers on that maybe haven't. They don't need that long 20, 30 year backstory.
No.
So that becomes a question of how long do you do the Ultimate Universe to the point to where you go, okay, well, we only have the readers that were there from the beginning. We're not getting new readers because we're on issue 37.
Correct. And
Nobody wants to start there. So
that's why most books don't even hit 37 anymore.
Right, yeah.
And that's the weird thing. That's one of the big differences now. I think the longest DC series is Is there something that's over 100 at DC? Birds of Prey? No, that relaunched
No,
too.
Birds of Prey is in the 30s or 40s right now.
But yeah, so I mean,
Yeah.
it's
probably detective because detective.
Yeah.
well, it has legacy numbers
And
yeah,
action.
true.
Yeah.
But no, you're absolutely right to attract new readers. And this is the thing, not just comic books, but TV shows have done that, right? Like they've gone to more of the British model, right, where they just do like 8 good episodes, like how HBO does prestige television. We're just going to do 12 good episodes and keep it really tight. So with comics, if I'm Jonathan Hickman, yeah, it's easier for me. I can just do 24 episodes. I can do 24 issues of Ultimate Spider-Man, make my mark on the book, tell the entire story, and then just walk away.
Yeah.
You know, I don't have
Sell
to worry
those trades.
the trades. I don't have to worry about the quality going down at the end of the run. And
And man, the trades sell for Ultimate Spider-Man.
I can't keep them in the Absolute books. I can't. I got 4 or 5 more Absolute Wonder Womans today, and they'll be gone in like end of the week.
Yeah.
Yeah, on Monday we had people looking for absolute Batman stuff.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, that makes me think that, like you said, at some point they'll revisit it and maybe they take a break. But guess what? Absence only makes the heart grow fonder.
Yeah,
You know,
that's right.
So
And then, like Mike had mentioned, Marvel, once this crossover, I won't say how I feel about it, but once the crossover's over, which is, to be fair, the crossover seems like it's selling well,
oh yeah, it is absolutely.
but they're going to do Shadows of Tomorrow. They're going to keep, like, X-Men is going to continue with its numbering with Tony Daniel taking over for the art.
That'll be neat.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I think of it more of like a solo book guy. That'll be interesting to see.
Do team book.
Yeah. I think this is his first, like...
He's done some Bat Family stuff, but I can't.
Yeah.
I can't think of any like team books.
He did
done.
his
That might
own
just be me,
image
though.
book, like, for a minute there. Like, I forgot what it was called, but he did...
Noctera.
Yeah, Noctera.
yeah.
And then
Uncanny's going to come back with the same numbering with the same creative team, which I'm happy about
Perfect.
that.
Perfect.
Wolverine is going to also continue with same numbering with the same creative team. The first new one is going to be Cyclops. Now, they're doing this as just a mini-series. This is just going to be like a 5-issue mini. Generation X-23.
I see what they did there.
Yep. Inglorious X-Force by Tim Seeley. Seeley? Seeley doesn't sound right. Magic and Colossus by Ashley Allen, who did the previous volume of Magic.
Okay.
That's cool. I'm interested in that. I think Colossus could use a little revitalization lately too.
He could.
Rogue is going to be by Erica Schultz. That's going to be interesting. By the way, somebody pointed it out today. You know, the book comes out tomorrow, Rogue Storm.
Yeah, I saw that.
Right, where Rogue's leading the team to try to kill Storm. Mm-hmm. Who were the last two on our bracket? It was Rogue and Storm for the Marvel side.
There it is.
We're at
Marvel, you owe us a cut.
I mean, come on.
The residuals, come on.
You can't just take our idea and not give us anything.
Storm is going to a volume 2, same creative team.
Okay.
It's going to be called Storm, Earth's Mightiest Mutant.
How does that sell here, by the way, Storm? Storm and Phoenix, actually. Let's talk about that, those solo books.
Phoenix sells a little bit better than the Storm.
Makes sense.
But I'm surprised that both of them have gone as long as they have.
Me too.
Just because, usually those kind of characters are more like miniseries characters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know what that says. I guess it speaks well to creative teams.
And the concept of spinning out solo characters, too.
Yeah, that too.
The final one, Wade Wilson, Deadpool by Benjamin Percy.
And that'll be fantastic because Percy's
think
should
Yeah, I
be
think you
good.
can handle that good.
Yeah.
I think the only other one that kind of slipped through that I thought of that was kind of interesting is Joshua Williamson is going to be on Iron Man.
Interesting.
Because I guess he's
'Cause
not.
he's
I
not
guess he
exclusive to
doesn't have an
DC?
exclusive to DC anymore.
Okay.
So he's going to be working honestly at all three of the big companies.
That's true. We'll have.
Wow.
Because he still does Dark Ride, right? At Image.
The Dark Ride.
That's over. That was just a mini
that's over.
Yeah.
Look at the new Cobra Commander.
I was testing him to make sure he's ready for the job. You
Yeah.
can't just assume he's ready. You got to test him.
You fool. No, he's on G.I. Joe, right?
Yes.
So he'll have G.I. Joe for Image, his DC books, Legion of Superheroes, and I think Superman he's still on.
Yeah.
And
What was
then,
he doing before Birthright? Because that was the first time I ever actually heard of him was on Birthright.
You know, that could
That
have
might
been
be
the first
his
big
breakout,
book.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm holding on to my copy then.
Yeah.
You could tell from Birthright that he was a talented writer.
Yeah. I really enjoyed that series quite
And
a bit.
that one ran for quite a while, too,
I think it was like 50-something issues.
which is pretty
Yeah,
impressive.
I think they brought out one of their compendiums for Birthright.
Yeah.
The only other big book announced, and obviously so many, Absolute Catwoman is going to come out next year. It's Scott Snyder, and I can't think of her name off the top of my head, but she did one of his Dark Places miniseries. with him. So
Interesting.
so that's going to be.
I think I saw an ad on that where it looks like she's got like a dome head.
Yeah, like that Black Ultimate or the Absolute Black Mask head is what it looks like.
It's a wild issue. Speaking of wild, there's so much news.
There is.
So Scott Snyder said, "Hey, issue 3 of KO, we're going to do something fun.
Right.
We're going to bring in some some
Non-licensed
challengers. We're going to turn
characters.
this into the Fortnite."
Yes. But without the building. You don't have to build.
Yeah. Mortal Kombat Sub-Zero is going to join the fight.
I like it.
Vampirella,
Vampirella.
Red Sonja,
Yeah, Red Sonja.
Annabelle from The Conjuring,
Good grief.
My money's on Annabelle.
and the most brilliant one to me, Sam, the serial killer
From,
bear from Beneath the Trees Where Nobody
That's
Sees.
crazy.
Yeah, that's insane.
And when I first saw this, I was like, this has to be a lie. This can't be real. But it's real.
Missed opportunity. They should have had Ric Flair in there.
He could show up there. Woo! As he puts Superman in the figure 4.
It's like,
Hey, actually, on that note, DC is doing an AEW crossover with All Elite Wrestling. They're doing a comic together.
Did you see the New York Comic Con thing that they did about that?
I did.
That was really cool. Because they've already started hinting that because one of the KO covers is Kenny Omega and Lobo. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I think that's going to be super cool. Also, we're getting some Swamp Thing is killing the children.
that sounded awesome.
It doesn't it? Yeah.
And not only that, but we're also getting. They're going to publish the unpublished finish of Rick Veitch's Swamp Thing run.
So were these actually
correct?
They were actually drawn and written and everything?
Drawn and done. And so when Alan Moore left Swamp Thing, Rick Veitch took over. And he did it for maybe the next year and a half, 2 years. But anyway, he gets to a point where he goes to DC and says, hey, I've got this storyline, this issue in particular, where it's Swamp Thing and he meets Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
And
Wow.
So DC kind of pulled the plug on it and never published the last 4 or 5 issues of Swamp Thing.
Oh, wow.
They're
So
like,
not-
no.
So not only are they going to publish it, which is cool on DC's part, kudos to DC, but the cool thing in my mind is that they're going to publish it. They're going to do the old 1988 trade dress. So, in other words, these will
it'll match the others.
That's
Correct.
cool.
That's very cool.
Because that's one of the bad things about collecting is if you're kind of OCD, and a lot of collectors are, is that when they do part of a run later and it doesn't match the first part of the run, it kind of ticks us off a little bit. We may not admit it, but deep down there's... So they're going to keep the old 1989 trade dress so it'll match your previous one.
Do you think they're going to reprint the rest of his run?
So they're going to do the last of Veitch's run that never got... So I think a total of 4
But I mean,
or 5
are they going to
issues.
reprint the ones before that?
Oh, they'd be wise to get
Yeah.
people, maybe do it in a collected, because...
How long was he on the book?
So that's the crazy thing is that he started off, him and Bissett and Teitleben were doing the art. And then Veitch, when Alan Moore left, Veitch took over the writing duties. And I think Bissett and Teitleben, Stephen Bissett and John Teitleben kept doing the art.
Okay. See,
And,
I always thought that Swamp Thing met Jesus during Alan Moore's run, and that's why it was a little controversial.
It sounds like an Alan Moore move.
Because there was like Swamp Thing was on a cross or something.
Yeah, they did
Jesus Christ.
They had done something I think that was kind of similar to the X-Men had did something with Wolverine too, where he was on like an X cross, but it didn't involve. I don't think it involved Jesus.
This is super cool.
So I thought that was a neat announcement too.
And the first cover they show was great because it's like Swamp Thing and a lamb.
Yeah,
That's super cool. Like some really good Swamp Things coming out of it. And Swamp Thing is killing the children. Nobody even thought that was a thing. Anything else that you could think of from New York Comic Con that we should talk about?
You're the one with the list.
I'll give you the list.
Give me that list. I can't read your handwriting.
My handwriting is awful.
Hey, the second season of
I still
season
need
of
to
Born
finish
Again.
that. I think I'm only a few episodes in.
Yeah. No, really, and it gets better the further it goes in the season. So the payoff it comes in episodes 4, 5, and 6. I think.
Okay,
later on
okay.
Well, you've got until March when the next season comes out.
Hurry
Yep.
to catch up.
Yeah, because I think it's 8 episodes. So
right.
March is when it's coming out.
Yes.
What was the big news out of that season? Who's joining us for season 2 of Daredevil? Jessica Jones.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, Jessica
I consider
Jones.
that medium news.
That is super good news.
Oh, that's good news.
And also,
Is it the same actress?
yes, and he's got the DDs on his chest now.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Double Ds?
He's got the double Ds. The Kristen Ritter, who plays Jessica Jones, accidentally leaked the trailer footage.
Oops.
Yeah,
She is great as Jessica Jones.
yeah,
by the way.
I'm excited
she
for that.
really
I agree.
is.
I agree.
And they already have started work on season 3.
Oh, that's promising.
Yeah.
Wow.
Something I'm particularly excited about, the second season of X-Men 97.
Yes.
Nice.
It's coming up this summer, 2026,
New creative
and new head writer at the very least.
Yeah.
And season 3 has been greenlit, so that's excellent.
That was
I was
such
blown
an
away by
excellent
that
series. It was
So
really,
good.
really good.
I wasn't expecting it to be on that level. The third part to the MCU TV trilogy, Vision Quest, coming out. I think a lot of people are looking forward to that. That could be cool.
Yep, and Wonder Man got pushed back to next year. If you've seen the trailer,
Meta.
Yeah.
kind of genius because it looks like it's Marvel's version of the studio.
I thought it looked great.
Yeah, I would love the fact if it's not an actual superhero,
Right.
but it is an inside look at like.
I kept waiting
making
for him to have superpowers the whole
Yeah,
trailer.
yeah.
Like I'm waiting for Simon to do something right.
Yep.
And then when I see Ben Kingsley, trailer spoiler, but when I see Ben Kingsley show up, I'm like, oh, I see where this is
That's
headed.
super
cool. Yeah.
But yeah, really cool.
Really cool.
And Bill, you might want to start pulling back a couple issues for the future because they're going to be doing Nightfall animated movies.
Whoa, movies, you say?
I
Yeah,
cannot
well,
wait
they're
for
animated,
that.
but yeah.
Okay. How many are they? Have they?
No, I don't know that they put
Okay.
an exact number on it, but there's going to be more than one.
Are they doing them in an order like Night's Fall, Night Quest, Night's End? That
You would
kind of
think-
thing?
you would think, yeah.
What was this? What was Nightfall?
Nightfall is when Bane broke Batman's back and Jean-Paul Valley took over and shortly became a lunatic.
That was a huge
So big.
run for me personally because that was one of those comic series that really got me into comics.
Nice.
It was Infinity Gauntlet.
Yep.
I bought that like on a spinner rack at Red Food or something.
Yeah.
If you remember Red Food, but that and then Jim Lee's X-Men and then Nightfall all came out around that same time.
Yeah,
that same
you're
period.
Right.
That
It was like early 90s.
yeah, it was a big time for comics.
It was.
Gosh, that Nightfall series was really incredible.
And it was one of those ones that kind of got you back in the store weekly because it was like 23 parts.
Yep.
And it ran
Yeah.
through all the Batman books.
Beautiful Kelly Jones covers.
Kelly Jones art, and but what I remember about that series is it got progressively worse. So Night's Fall was phenomenal, right? It was really good.
Yes.
And so I was excited when Night's Quest came out because now it's something dealing with Azrael and.
It was the Knights Crusade. Was that one of them?
And Knight's Crusade may have been one.
Maybe.
And then they get to Knight's End at the end, and
Yeah,
by the end
Knight's
of it,
End, yeah.
it was like the last season of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you're so disappointed, but you still have to watch it. There's a dragon shows up in Gotham. I'm not sure why.
I mean, I guess I was probably about 11 years old or so when that was going on, and even at 11 years old, I started to, you start to have taste, and you go, this isn't as good as it was. I
Right,
need to
when I
just
was
stop.
8.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it was very of its time.
That should be the first debut of Jean-Paul Valley in animation, I believe. I don't think he's been
Oh,
in any
wow.
shows or cartoons yet.
Okay, that's gonna be cool. God, so much news. I guess we don't
So-
have any time for anything else.
Sorry, Carson.
Yep. Hey guys, it's been great.
Thanks for getting over here at the drop
No,
of
I
a hat.
appreciate it.
You got the set in.
Hey, I'm
you
walking
got-
away with a Darth Vader figure.
Yeah. Any other news we can think of?
I'm tapped
Well,
out.
So just before we start here with Carson, I just want to say something that happened today.
Oh.
Oh God.
So, and this is something from my childhood. So, growing up, I loved Indiana Jones. I loved the Goonies. I love Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah. You're speaking my language.
Loved,
Yeah.
and I forget. There's 3 or 4 more. The common theme on all these is that the posters were done by an artist named Drew Struzan.
Yes.
So I don't know if y'all saw, he passed away
Yeah.
today earlier. And so it's just, he's one of these guys that you may not know his name, but if you saw his art right now, if I showed you a piece of his artwork, everybody listening to my voice would know who Drew Struzan was.
Definitely, yeah.
And especially if you grew up in our
Yep.
generation.
Yep.
Back when movie posters were a thing, and we paid attention to the art on
Back
movie
when
posters.
movie posters had a soul.
Yeah,
to
and
them.
told a story.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
had some type of creative inspiration to
Tell a story in
Yeah,
the
exactly,
poster.
and not just photoshopped with 3 or 4 characters that are on
faces
there.
of George Clooney, and so it's a lost art. And people who are listening to this podcast, do yourself a favor. It's not too late. Go Google the name Drew Struzan, Struzan. But yeah, just R.I.P. to a
Star
phenomenal
Wars,
artist.
the Star Wars posters,
So the Star Wars,
all him as
Yeah.
well.
And a lot of younger people know him from the Harry Potter.
Yes.
Because he did all the Harry Potter covers.
okay, yeah, that,
Yeah.
One of my favorites that he did, which was the movie was a box office bomb.
Yeah.
But I love the poster. Is Cutthroat Island.
Oh, I forgot about Cutthroat Island.
Yeah.
with Gina Davis and
It's funny you mentioned that about Drew Struzan because when I was at the Tennessee Medieval Fair and the Tennessee Pirate Fest, I always wanted to have a poster that looked like something that he did or Richard Amsel did. And so I took a lot of the photographs that we had from then and made my own version of that kind of poster. With it was Photoshop, but it still was designed in that style of that had that feeling of that swashbuckling adventure feeling that Drew Struzan had in his posters.
So many iconic ones.
I'm
just looking at this, the Thing.
The Thing. Like I said, I'm forgetting
Back to the Future.
And the thing is crazy is I always thought the Back to the Future ones were
photos.
Like photos, and
his
it's
art
like
is
art. Yeah.
so good. He does. I mean, and that's the other thing. He could do photorealistic stuff. He could do stuff that was kind of cartoony. Like he was a capital
the
A
Muppet.
artist.
He did all the Muppet, like Muppet Treasure Island,
Muppet Take Manhattan,
Christmas Carol.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like I said, it's a shame. A lot of the most talented artists seem to be leaving us too soon.
Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh, that's one of my favorite. I think
such
that
a good
piece of
poster.
art just sold like for an obscene amount of money.
He-Man with my arch nemesis Skeletor. No, just an amazing talent.
Amazing talent.
Yep.
Yeah. So on that cheery note,
Yeah. It's been a minute. You've come on like in the past. You were a part of.
I came on as a pirate.
Yeah.
Came on as a wizard.
You did magic, and I loved it.
Yeah.
You were amazed by the wizard.
Yeah.
Amazed by Merlin the Wizard.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that was all a part of what was
That. So that was the first time was for the Tennessee Pirate Fest, and then the other one was for the Tennessee Medieval Fair.
Okay.
And unfortunately, those festivals are no longer with us, and I am now part of a new group. They're not new to the area, but I'm new to them, and that's the Appalachian Renaissance Fair.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and so
do they bring a lot of Appalachian actors in to be a part of it?
Well, most of us are from the area.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
But yeah, it's this is a big year for us.
Yeah.
Because we are in a brand new location. In the past, most of the festivals have been in Greenville.
Okay.
And for people in Knoxville and those areas, like this is
bit of a drive.
It's a little bit of a drive, but this one's going to be much closer. So where the old Smoky Stadium is in Kodak.
Oh yeah.
We're just a couple miles down the road.
Oh okay.
So
Okay,
it's
good.
really close.
Almost
and this will be it is the 9th annual Appalachian Renaissance Fair,
Okay.
but it is the first year that we're in this new location.
Very cool.
Yeah. And a lot more land, which means a lot more room for vendors and a lot more room for shows and just a lot more room for everything.
So if you had to describe it in like a paragraph, 2 paragraphs or less, so I'm guessing it's similar to a Ren Fair.
It is a Renaissance Fair.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so the people, when they come, they can expect shows, I'm guessing?
Absolutely. There's 5 stages.
Okay.
And there are shows going on all the time. It's one of those things where you want to make sure that you've got a schedule, up at the front, so you can kind of see, I want to make sure I catch this show or that show. So 5 different stages, plus full contact jousting.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I mean, if you have never seen... Now, Bill, you've never seen... Because I come in all the time, and I'm like, hey, you need to come to this show. And you've not.
So many times I've asked my wife if I
now.
could...
The Comet Commanders are fighting
now.
There's many times I've asked my wife if I could do
you're
full...
blaming it on Kendra.
No, if I could do full contact jousting. And so
Okay.
I'm going to see if she'll agree. But no, I'm intrigued by the full contact jousting, and I'm assuming that there's probably events for kids. Like if I wanted to bring my 2 daughters,
Yes.
age 17 and 14, dragging and kicking and screaming to this.
Yep.
I'm sure.
Man, I'm telling you, there's it's one of those things where, like, so many people say, hey, there's something for everybody, right?
Okay, yeah.
And to the point where that almost becomes...
I hear it all the time.
You hear it all the time. It almost becomes cliche, and it almost becomes something that you're like, okay, sure.
Yeah.
This truly has something for everyone. It truly is in all ages from 0 to 100.
And an all-day event, right?
And
Like,
an
there's
all-day
stuff for me
event.
to do. I can, between the vendors and the events, the scheduled events, the readings,
Exactly.
everything. I'm
Yeah.
assuming
Yeah.
it's-
I mean, you've got comedy shows.
Okay.
You've got you've got jousting, like I said. You've got live music.
Okay.
And There's belly dancing, Ryan.
Wait a minute.
Belly dancing.
Oh, nurse.
Yeah.
Ryan's going to be belly dancing? What?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the neat thing is too is that there's a story that's happening that you can see played out through the day. So this particular place that you're going to be entering at the Appalachian Renaissance Fair is a place called Fair Crossing.
Okay.
And it's in the Duchy of Appalachia.
I like it.
And it is ruled by Duke Andrew Fraser and his wife, Duchess Mary Fraser.
Okay, nice.
I happen to play the Duke.
Oh, okay.
Everybody wants to be the dude.
Everybody wants to be the Duke, right?
Duke, I enjoy your mayonnaise.
We're not going to get into that. I've heard your blasphemy with hot dogs. Oh, I gotta stop myself now.
But no, it sounds, and this is the thing, because the great thing about Ren Fairs is if you go as a spectator, many times you can find yourself turned into a participant, right?
Absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely. So one of the things that we're going to be doing, so it's twofold. So we want you to be involved in this story.
I like it.
Right? And so there's going to be little interactive type of, almost like scavenger hunt type things that you can be involved with where you start to connect the dots of the story.
Okay.
There's a little bit of a mystery that's starting to play out.
Okay.
Because what's happening here is that in this Duchy of Appalachia, the Duke's long-lost brother seems to come back into the area, comes back into his life from overseas. He's not seen him in a long time. But there's something a little bit off.
Suspect.
Something a little sus about his
Suspect.
brother. Something
Okay.
a little sus.
Yeah.
So it's something that we want the patrons to be.
Figure out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we want them to be interactive with us. We want people to feel like they are really a part of what's going on there. It's true escapism
No,
for
it's-
sure.
Excellent.
Yeah, so there's so much to do. It's November the 8th, Saturday, November the 8th, and Sunday, November the 9th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
And
Both
this
days
is-
are 10 to 5.
Both days are 10 to
Okay.
5. That's
Okay.
right, yeah.
And this is a weather, no matter
Rain or
Rain or
shine
shine.
event.
Okay.
The only time we ever cancel anything is if it becomes dangerous, if there's dangerous high winds or lightning or anything like that. Tornadoes.
You call out the
Yeah.
wizard to change the weather pattern as well.
Yeah,
wouldn't
well,
you? Yeah.
people don't seem to have as much trust in him
Wizardry?
as you do.
Yeah, I still believe.
But yeah, there's going to be tons of things to do. There's beer.
Okay.
You know,
Nice.
so
You
if
may call it ale.
You may call it ale. That's exactly right.
mead?
So yeah,
Look at you showing off.
sometimes if you bring the kids, you want something to take the edge off, we've got that for you.
Okay. So no, it sounds like a fantastic event, and you said it's actually going to be in Kodak, so straight interstate shot.
If you're coming from from Knoxville, you're going to get off on that exit 407,
407.
and you're going to turn right by the Smoky Stadium on Dumpling Valley Road.
Okay.
Yep.
So easy.
And just a couple miles
Yeah.
down.
Even better. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, and tickets are on sale now.
Yeah, get 'em.
Yeah.
Okay, so adults are going to be $31.
Okay.
And kids are going to be $23. Military is also going to be $23.
Okay, awesome.
Yep. And if you want a weekend pass, because a lot of these shows, like I said, you got 5 stages. Something's happening all the time. You may be bound to miss a few shows that you want to make sure that you see.
Yes.
So 2-day pass might be the best way to go for that. That's going to be $48 for that.
Oh, that's
Okay.
a way better value.
Yeah, that's a way
And,
better
and,
value.
and $37 for kids in military on that.
Okay.
Is that all age kids? For
12 and under.
12 and under?
Yep.
Okay.
And that counts for kids in the military too, right?
Yes, kids in the military. Yeah, they get a double discount.
There
Now,
looks-
if I'm in the KISS Army, is that anything for that? Is there any type of
Well, it
discount?
depends upon if you signed your name in blood.
don't you hate when
it's-
people pretend to be in the KISS Army and do the unstolen value?
It's like I
Stolen
know you
value.
you didn't serve in the KISS Army.
There looks like there's stupid human tricks with Molotov.
Really?
Chase treasures.
Chase Treasure, let me tell you about those ladies. They are a musical group, and you talk about wit and humor. Their lyrics come at you fast,
Okay.
and
cool.
they're hilarious. They're so good.
The Fates. They look cool. They got like banjos and wings.
Huh.
There's an Appalachian Irish dance company.
Wow.
That's Saturday only.
So
A lot of cool stuff.
And everybody's favorite, the Crossjacks, are going to be there too. They're kind of like, they do a lot of sea shanties and things like that.
Oh,
a
sea
lot of
shanties
fun.
are big.
they
lot
are
of fun.
huge.
Yeah, this looks really cool. And so you'll when you guys do this kind of stuff, do you like practice it out? Like, do you have days that you're running through everything?
We do. In fact, we've been in rehearsal for a few months now.
Okay.
We also we don't only have to practice lines and stuff like that.
Right.
We've got to practice sword fighting too.
Oh.
So
I didn't know it's going to be like that.
Yeah. it's gonna be-
there might be a little bit of a sword fight
Okay.
with the old Duke, and yeah.
Well, let me ask you this: do among the dukes and duchesses, do you have room for a comic commander in the?
Oh yeah.
Because I could show
Always.
up. I have
Yeah.
the jacket already.
Always, yeah.
I mean, I look just like the Captain
Yep.
Crunch guy.
Absolutely,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, alright.
You're in.
Okay,
You're in.
I may show up. This sounds phenomenal, Ryan.
You'd
What
be
do
like
you-
a
what-
time traveler that shows up. Duke, I have to warn you, don't sell your mayonnaise.
like the people in the Star Trek outfits that
Yeah,
invade the
yeah.
Ren fairs.
Every
and-
fair, there's always one of those. Absolutely.
that.
Yeah, and we encourage, speaking of costumes, too, we encourage that, too. We want people to come in costume and have a good time, you
So
know.
I think the last Ren fair that you had done, some of my customers, the Mondays, had gone in costume, and they had a blast. Other than the fact that it was the heavy wool, and after 4 or 5 hours, it
Yeah.
gets kind of, but yeah, they loved it.
Well, the good thing about that is
Yeah.
with us being the weekend in November on the 8th and 9th, the weather is much better than it
true.
is.
In the summertime,
And,
yeah.
And you have all the delicious food, like the giant turkey legs.
giant turkey legs and so many other
I
types
think
of
we need
foods.
to go to this thing. Ryan.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I think we
You
need
should.
to check this
You
out
should.
and see. Yeah.
I want a turkey leg.
We need to get, absolutely. Mike maybe can tag along. And,
Oh, yeah.
And the good
there's-
thing, too,
we'll
that
make
it's 2 days is like, if the Vols are playing
Yeah.
on Saturday, you
Yeah.
can come on a Sunday.
Absolutely. And
Nobody
man, I'm
cares
telling
when
you,
the Dallas Cowboys
there-
are playing.
See, I see what you're doing there, Shipley. Trying to get me agitated.
There's nothing like sitting there watching a joust with a big turkey leg in your hand.
Oh, yeah.
You've got to experience that.
Yeah.
Or for that matter,
Like how our
turkey leg
ancestors
and belly dancing,
Yeah,
Ryan.
yeah, without the threat of the black plague.
Without a threat of getting invaded by the hordes after our party.
Well, I can't promise that. That may still
There
yet
may
happen.
be a horde invasion. I like it.
So I did hear there was something super special about this fair.
Yes. So they are a non-profit organization.
Oh, very cool.
So you can know that when you're paying for your ticket, not only are you going to get a full day of entertainment,
Yeah.
you're also going to ensure that this goes on again next year.
Okay.
And so, and not only this festival, but other smaller festivals that we also hold. Like we're going to have a Yule Ball that happens in December.
Okay.
And in the spring, there's a Masquerade Ball. And then in the early summertime, there's like another like festival that we have,
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
nighttime festival. So your support makes sure that we still have these things here.
Yeah, no, and I think you've graciously agreed to waive your fee to play the Duke.
I have
Your
waived
normal
my fee to play
has
the Duke.
been- Yes. So it's considerate of you to do that. But no, people really should. This is like when you pay for donate to PBS. You may not watch PBS all the time, especially when it's one of those shows like Degrassi Junior High.
Yep.
But at the same time, we want PBS to be around, and we want people still to have Ren
Amen.
fairs, and we
Yeah.
want so.
Man, I'm telling you, when the first time I went to the Tennessee Medieval Fair
Yeah.
was 2017, and I got involved in the Pirate Fest that same year. And the reason why I got involved with this was I saw the effect that going to these festivals have
Yep.
on my kids.
Oh, yeah.
Because my kids were like an entire week after we went to the festival, they were mimicking things that they saw there at the I mean, I had to stop them from jousting.
Yeah.
but I mean, they were getting their first taste of live theater.
And I tell you, as a
it was
parent,
amazing.
there's nothing better than seeing your kids' eyes light up over something. And you don't really care what it is as a parent. You just hope your kids find something in life that they're overjoyed by.
Yes.
something
Yeah.
that they just. And so whenever they find it and you see that reaction as a parent, I mean, it really warms your heart.
It really does. I mean, I call these fairs like injections of imagination.
Yeah.
And that's absolutely what it is. Especially when they see, we do have, it is the time period of in the early 1500s. So it is Renaissance time period, but we also have pirates and we also have fairies.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the kids are going to eat that stuff up.
Yeah. I can think of no better reason to go than, like you said, than to give imagination to your kids. I mean, that's priceless.
Yep.
Wait till you see my eyes light up over a turkey leg.
Oh, I saw it the first time you mentioned it. Yeah.
Yeah. That sounds really awesome.
Yeah.
And we'll go ahead, kind of recap everything, like ticket prices, dates
Absolutely.
and all that, and
So
where it's at.
It is November 8th and 9th from 10 to 5. The tickets are available on AppalachianRenaissanceFair.com. You can also find us on Facebook. There you go.
And for people who are atrocious spellers like I
You
am,
may have to
Google will help you get that out.
Yeah.
Because I was just trying to spell it in my head when he said Appalachian Renaissance. And
Tickets are on sale right now online, and you can also buy them at the gate.
So at gate,
but it always helps to go ahead and just bypass that part by getting your tickets right now.
yeah.
That sounds super cool.
We're showing up, dude. We're leaving with all the turkey legs, Ron.
Yeah, we are. Sounds good. Thanks again for coming out.
Hey,
Absolutely
thanks for
awesome.
having me.
Really,
Really
really
appreciate
mean
it.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah. So now we'll do some books of the week. I'll start first. My book is a book by a new publishing company called Bad Idea Comics.
Yeah, I've seen them here
They've been
recently.
doing like a few like Cul-de-sac and Survive.
A lot of David Lapham stuff.
Yep. This one is called Save Now. It's Matt Kent. And it's essentially this guy has the extraordinary ability to save any moment in his life and then go back and relive from that point forward again. So essentially he has a save point like a video game.
Interesting.
Yeah. So something bad happens and he travels back 6 days to try to stop it from happening. I haven't read it yet. I do have the first issue. It's chunky. It's like 40 pages. Looks really cool. And if you know Matt Kent, he's a good writer and he kind of really likes to take like interesting concepts. It's called Save Now.
And who is the publisher?
Bad Idea Comics. Yep. Mike?
I am going to pick a book that I don't think gets necessarily mentioned a whole lot in the grand scheme of the Energon universe, and that is G.I. Joe number 12.
Okay.
We talked about Josh Williamson earlier. He's the writer of this, of course. I do like the book a lot. I was surprised with the more indie style of art that it has, but the book is a slow burn, whereas Transformers and Void Rivals, from the very first couple of panels, jump right in. G.I. Joe has been a long, slow burn of bringing the team together, introducing characters, sort of more like what they did, I think, with the MCU when they were bringing in character to character. They introduce it slowly, and eventually they come together. The book is a slow burn, but it's great. All the characterization's awesome. The art is great. The movement in the pictures are great. It's just a good, solid book. Like I said, a bit of a slow burn, but once you get a few issues in, it's great. And I'm looking forward to G.I. Joe number 12.
Nice. Bill?
So I was going to recommend a book, but I think I'm just going to recommend an overall storyline.
All right.
And that's the new X-Men Age of Revelation.
Nice.
And so if you're fans of, if you remember in the 1990s, the big Age of Apocalypse storyline, which is kind of one of the seminal X-Men stories, this is very similar. It's if you're into like dystopian future X-Men, they drop you in the middle of the story, things have changed. Why does Beast look like this? Why is Gambit wearing Rogue's sash around his eye? Or something, and so it's one of those things you kind of discover the secrets as you read the book, and you're kind of figuring out the world as you go along. But if you're looking for something, now I will go ahead and tell you up front, it's a lot of books.
Okay.
So
It's a lot of
it's a lot of books.
I see why you're recommending it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That being said, you can pick and choose which ones you want to read. It's not all required reading. So, like for instance, if you necessarily or don't care about the Mojo verse, you can maybe skip the Long Shots book.
Yep.
I think that is key to enjoying something like this. I wish I would have had that mentality a little more with Krakoa, where I just pretty much bought everything.
yeah, because it gets overwhelming at some point.
It does.
And so, if you're a fan of that type of storytelling, the real deep, dense storytelling, goes through a lot of books, creates an entire world out of whole cloth. Let me just recommend Age of Revelation.
Did you move a lot of the customers over to the books that were kind of like 1v1, like the Unbreakable X-Men?
So X-Men
the
people went to
Uncannies?
Unbreakable. Those were easy, but the hard books and the ones I ended up selling out of were the books like Long Shots and ones that didn't have easy.
But you did like the Laura Kinney Wolverines to Laura Kinney Sabretooth, that kind of
even
thing.
so, I sold out.
Oh, wow.
because-
You want to
yeah.
make sure like Omega Kids, you're going ahead and grabbing Cloak or Dagger,
Right.
Radioactive Spider-Man.
That
'Cause
one I
those
ordered a
are
bunch
the
of.
hard ones not to do 1v1 zone.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, but like I said, if you're looking to get into it, don't feel that it's too daunting because of all the different titles. You can just kind of pick and choose, and mostly if you stay with the main titles, you're going to get 80% of the story.
Yeah.
Without without venturing into the subtitles. So it's accessible, but at the same time, the good thing about it is it's accessible on 2 levels. If you just want to get the base story, you can. But if you want to go ahead and dive deep into this, you have that option also.
I'm kind of curious to see how they do the trades for this, since it's going to be multiple 3-issue series, because everything jumps back in January.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of curious to see how they're going to do that with each one being just 3 issues.
Yeah, they may have to collect 2 or 3 in one graphic
Yeah,
novel.
I'm curious to see that. But they're selling out.
They are. I've done very well with them. So
Yeah. Carson.
Well, speaking of accessible,
Oh.
yeah.
mine's not really a book of this week. It's more of a book of 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
But I still see you've got some on your shelf, and people need to move that out of here. And that's Batman #2, Matt Fraction's Batman #2.
Oh, I love it.
I really enjoyed these past couple of issues. And I'll tell you the thing that I really like more than anything else is the style that he is approaching this series with. First, it's a little lighthearted, just enough for Batman.
Take the edge off.
Yeah, I think somewhere I heard that this Batman fits really well in James Gunn's Superman universe.
I could see
I hadn't
that.
thought about that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And but the other thing I really like is that you can read these issues at one issue at a time,
You can.
and you know what's going on, even if you didn't read like. If you read issue 2, you know what's going on.
Yeah.
There's a beginning, middle, and end.
Which is similar to the comics of our childhood.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
It was a goal back then.
It was.
And he's going to lead into a little bit of a cliffhanger,
Right.
for here's what's coming in the next issue. There's always going to be a little bit
There
of
is.
here's what's going to
Tease.
come. But it's not something where so many times I'll pick up a comic that I read, and then 2-3 months later, when I get around to reading the next issue, I've completely forgotten what's happened on the other issue. I'm not having that problem with this particular Batman book, so I really like how he's approaching this one. So
It feels very inspired.
it does, and I love the blue and gray.
Batman's been selling really well, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's and this is the thing. Batman always sells well.
Oh, yeah.
But I think DC did a great job in letting Jorge Jimenez stay on the book. As the
So
artist.
good.
It is good art.
And the design that he came up with for the new costume.
Yeah.
And B, letting somebody like Matt Fraction, who's one of these guys who came from the indie side of comics, start off doing a book called Casanova at Image 10, 15 years ago. So he brings kind of a different storytelling technique, I think, to Batman, coming from the indie side. And you're right, the fact that they're self-contained stories, independent of one another, and that I can pick one up and get pretty much an entire story that's still going to have an overarching story thread, narrative that's going to run through it. I'm a fan. It's refreshing to me because it feels like the comics of the 80s and 90s.
It does, yeah.
But on a higher level, totally
Exactly,
on a higher level.
yeah. Really good stuff.
I'm going to take this opportunity once again to give a shout out to the colorist on that book. I think it has a brilliant color palette. Tomu Mori, I believe it is.
Okay.
And I think colorists, like I've said, need more recognition. And
You're
that guy
absolutely right.
nails it.
Yep. It's a great Batman book to read while you're waiting on Jim Lee's hut. Lord have mercy.
Man, I felt so bad. This guy came in today, and he wanted to get the 6 parts to do the gatefold cover.
Oh, that's right.
And I explained to him, like, hey, the stories are out of these issues, but it doesn't matter because the book is going to be completed way after this birthday that you're trying to get these books for. Do you want to do recommendations? My recommendation is it's on Apple TV. A lot of people forget about Apple TV, but I am going to recommend Slow Horses. This is a Gary Oldman stars in the show. It's basically set, there's MI5, right? But for MI5, the agents that they can't fire, but they don't really want working at MI5, they throw into Slough House, which is what he runs, right? And it's amazing. He's a grumpy, obnoxious boss, but he's also really brilliant. But Gary Oldman is chewing scenery, and the cool thing about it is it's based on a set of British spy novels. So each season feels like a novel. Each season's only 6 episodes long, so there's not a lot of commitment, and they're really cool with the characters. They kill characters quite frequently.
I kind of like that sense of impending. Like, you don't know who's going to survive and who's not.
But it's always each season 6 episodes. It's not a lot of commitment.
Right.
The episodes go by brisk. The writing on that show is phenomenal. Gary Oldman's acting, it is perfect. If you got some time, Slow Horses.
Yeah, I've heard
Apple
good things.
TV. Yep.
It's incredible.
Bill.
So, and I'm not recommending this to try and get any free food. This is a legitimate recommendation.
Okay.
So my friends over here at Sugar Queen Creamery, for the last couple years, they opened in the old Macklemore Florist building. If you haven't had a chance to visit them, if you're an ice cream fan, I highly recommend it. They've been so successful that they've now branched out, opened a second location a little further down Chapman, I think 7,000 block of Chapman, and now they've opened Sugar Queen Donuttery. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly.
what?
I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly.
Donatetti.
Donatetti.
Is it in the same place?
No.
Oh.
So it's moved a little further down Chapman. I looked it up online because I knew you couldn't be bothered to look it up. It's at 7201 Chapman Highway.
7201.
So they're not where they used to be.
So they still have the Sugar Queen Creamery. So
Okay.
they haven't closed that. So that's in the old Macklemore
But
Florist.
you like their pretzels, right?
the pretzels. So that's when I said,
You don't go to a creamery
Listen.
to get pretzels.
listen, I get whatever I want, Ryan.
And you don't put mayonnaise on hot dog.
Yes. You can't put rules on a comic commander.
Okay, all right. Sorry.
So when I saw I tried their pretzels at Ron's right. I'll give Ron credit. I did get the pretzels at a ice cream place, but I figured the ice cream was good. The pretzels were fantastic.
The pretzel is good.
So that being said, when I heard they're opening the Donuttery, I said, "Listen, if you're using the same dough from the pretzel dough for your donut dough, this place is going to be top notch." And just looking at the Google reviews, it's rated. I don't even know how it's rated. 5.6 stars, and there's only 5 stars maximum, so I'm not sure how they got more than 5. But it's rated 5.6 stars, Chapman Highway, the Sugar Queen Donuttery.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Mike.
You know what? I'm going to do a recommendation that's free for everybody, as long as you have access to YouTube. That is, which I think that's 99.9% of everybody. There's a channel that I am a huge fan of. It's called Michael Mercy. It's the channel name and the guy, and he is a master of 80s nostalgia, more or less. We can summarize it with that. But he has a massive toy collection. He has something called the 80s Toy Museum. It's a 12-part series. They're all short. He walks through his collection. And he'll also talk about things like shows and movies, but it's his voice is relaxing. He's very knowledgeable, very professional. I've watched several of his videos just over and over in the background. Michael Mercy, anybody with little 80s nostalgia, toy collections, anything like that, give that a shot. I think you're going to have a lot of fun with it.
So
How do you spell his name?
Michael Mercy, M-I-C-H-A-E-L,
I'm looking it up
M-E-R-C-Y.
It's a great wrestling name.
Michael Mercy.
Have
Ding,
mercy.
ding, ding.
Carson.
So mine is going to be a movie that just came out, Tron Ares.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
right.
Okay,
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Because Ron was dissing it online. I
And
think
yeah, there was a few people that went into my comments
you were
section.
dissing Jared Leto.
I was Jared
Am I pronouncing? Is it Leto or Leto?
It doesn't
Just
matter.
whatever you want.
And I'm not a big Tron guy anyway, but I really don't like Jared Leto. But explain it.
So I don't like Jared Leto either, but I'm
Okay.
a big Tron guy.
Yeah.
I loved Legacy.
Yeah, I did too. I like the original one what the original. That's one of those movies where you kind of have to appreciate it for what it did.
At
Yes.
the time,
At-
the special effects were cutting edge.
Amazing.
Very, very groundbreaking. Very original.
Yes.
And so, and Legacy, I thought was great. I think this one was really good too. I think it is. If you're a Tron fan, I think there's a lot of levels that it really connects with.
Okay.
As a casual fan, I don't know. I don't know exactly how. Now, my wife is not near as big of a Tron fan as I am, but she walked away from it really enjoying it.
So she liked it too. Okay.
She liked it too. So I will say this about Jared Leto.
Yeah.
I felt like this doesn't. I'm not going to give any spoilers. I don't want to do that to anybody. But Jared Leto's character, it's no surprise with it's AI. He's an AI character. He's not a human person, right? He's a program.
He's Aries.
And
right.
he's Aries, yeah. So his acting is just as bland as what you would imagine from a computer program. So I think it works really well.
Okay, so yeah.
Meta.
So on the set, he does a lot of like method acting, and he supposedly acted like his character on set, and would only get referred to as his character Aries, except for Jeff Bridges is like,
good.
I'm not calling you Aries. So he ended up he just ended up calling him Air.
Yep.
He was like, I can't do this, bro. But you say even if you don't like Jared Leto, you should still see Tron.
I think so.
Still good.
If you like Nine Inch Nails,
I've heard it's
heard
a
the
great
soundtrack.
soundtrack.
what a
Yes.
soundtrack!
Yeah.
They are perfect tonally for this movie. Cool. The visuals are, as you would expect, stunning.
Right.
it's interesting to see all the different vehicles, like the light cycles in the real world. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
For me, it's one I do want to see and make my own mind up about personally.
Yeah.
I think my opinion might differ, but I'm not sure. I think I might align with you a little more on this one, but I do want to see it and make my own mind up because I do like Tron.
And you think this is one to see on the big screen?
I think so. I think so. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to get out opening weekend and watch that. And honestly, to try to give it a little bit of help because it ain't doing great.
No, it's
I saw him,
and Morbius.
Yeah, I saw a meme the other day that's like, you need to find somebody that looks at you the same way that studios look at Jared Leto. And believe in you as much as that. Man, he could not have a better part because it needs to be pretty.
No acting.
It requires just be cardboard, and you're going to be great.
Nice.
This does remind me of one last bit of New York Comic Con news. Hasbro did announce that they're going to be doing a HasLab project, which is a crowdfunding project from their website involving the first Tron movie. It's 4 3.75-inch figures and 2 of the light cycles.
I saw that. That looked so cool.
That looks very much like
the Tron figure, like with his arms up in the air with that identity disc,
cool.
just like the poster. Yeah, really good stuff.
Well, this has been a newsworthy episode.
True.
This has been a Renaissance episode.
Word.
Preach.
And it has been our 72nd episode.
What?
Whoa.
Is that right?
And astounding.
7-2.
Amazing.
Wait, we're ending this episode with you're still the comic commander?
I haven't relinquished control yet.
Okay,
all right.
all right.
I'll let you know if there's an opening at the throne. You can.
You sure you don't need to step down, Biden?
I feel pretty. I feel like this should be like
treason.
This should be like Wakanda, where you have to challenge the Cobra. You have to challenge the comic commander to.
I don't feel comfortable with this being a bunch of white guys.
I tell you what,
Wait a minute.
we come out to the Appalachian Renaissance Festival and we'll have a challenge. We'll have a sword duel.
We'll
There it
joust.
is.
How about that? Because my
We'll
wife,
joust, yeah.
she hasn't let me joust yet. But I'll tell you what.
I
I'm
like how
jousting.
everything unfun you're blaming on Ken.
No, I shouldn't say that. That's strictly a punchline. She listens to these podcasts and she gets on to me. That's strictly for laughs.
Yes. Well, we'd like to thank our third-time guest, Carson
Thank
Hunt.
you, guys.
Thanks, Carson.
Been fun.
And make sure if you are listening to this on the pods, go ahead and subscribe to the YouTubes.
Oh,
Yes.
please do.
Yeah,
Please do.
we appreciate everybody who subscribed so far.
Already
I'm amazed.
done.
Yes, I'm amazed how many subscribers we already have.
We'll get some video up there for you soon. We're
we're
working
looking
on that.
forward to
It's a project.
Yes.
And we're going to do drawings for people who are subscribed, so definitely get in there.
So definitely get in there and get it. We're going to have some great prize. You can see from what Carson got, we're going to have a great box of prizes.
There's still a DMC to be had.
Somebody can get
There's
DMC.
still a flare.
There's no run, but you can come up with your own run. So definitely sign up and join us.
But for now, it is time to turn to the final page of this chapter, I'm afraid. And I'll be signing off as Mike D.
I'll be Ryan.
I'm still your comics commander.
Damn it. Sorry, Ryan.
And I'll be Duke Andrew Frazier.
See you later,
November 9th.
guys. Thanks for being here.
Right.
Bye.
Bye. Can we get discounts on the mayonnaise?